So I made the video that I probably put in the beginning of this video before moving on. We tried T-Mobile for a day, and it just doesn't do what we want it to do. We can't direct connect to our Plex server. There's no amount of port forwarding. We even bought a VPN. There's no VPN that works. I tried to set up my own VPN using my own server, and it works-ish, but it's still behind a NAT, which makes it more complicated to actually run Plex when you could open the ports and it just works. So the whole process was becoming more of a headache than I wanted it to be, and I decided T-Mobile's not going to work. We switched to Starlink for a day just to see if that would work, because in the past I have used Starlink to run my Plex server, when my cable was out. And Starlink's kind of the more reliable option. Yeah, it's more expensive than Spectrum, but at the moment I was paying for both because I like to have a backup connection. But I don't know, maybe Starlink would work. So we switched to that for a day, just kind of giving it a try. And for some reason, I'm no longer getting a public IP address on Starlink. It's an internal IP, or a GC NAT IP, which is like, I guess Starlink doesn't have enough public IPs for everyone on the network, so they have one public IP and they run several people on that IP. So they just give you an internal IP assigned to your network, and then that, I guess lets them differentiate where the traffic goes where. Anyway, that didn't work either. And that was the plan. That was the hope, was that Starlink was going to work, and, maybe I just use that for a little while. The ultimate plan, so we called Spectrum to try to get the price lowered. They took our 1 gig down from $105 a month to $85 a month, but they said that it would go up to like $100 a month in a year. So it gave me another year of somewhat of a discounted price. They also offered $65. I may have mentioned that in the other video. I don't know if I did or not. They also offered $65 a month for the 400 meg plan, but that's 400 by 10 on the speeds. And although they offer 500 by 20, they wouldn't let me have that at a discount. They said it would be $80 a month. So we made the decision we were just going to cut the account, just entirely cut it, and maybe we'd go back in a month and just buy a new account at the new discounted rate rather than deal with their bullcrap. So when we called to cancel the account, they offered us that 500 plan for $60 a month for a year, but that's still not good enough in my opinion. So I just went ahead and cut the whole account and called it done. What I ended up doing was I ordered service to my rental property, which is only like a block away. And that put me in the new customer pricing at $30 a month for the 500. So now I'm on 500 for $30 a month at that property. And I know that I can just get the modem and bring it to my house and plug it in, and boom, I've got the same internet, same price, different location. So I did that and it worked, and that's what we're currently on. So I think you might call this playing the cable company at their own stupid game, but that's basically what we're doing right now. And I'm going to just keep this active for the year because it's $30 a month for a year, and then it goes up to $80. At the end of the 1 year mark, I'm just going to cancel it, go set it back up at my other address, and keep on rocking. Every year, that's how we're going to do it. Used to, we switched the account into someone else's name every year in order to save money. That's become too much of a hassle, because while there's an account at the address, there's no possible way to set up an order for a new account at the same address. And if they catch you within the first 30 days and they say, oh, you're just doing this to get a cheaper price, they'll take your cheaper price away. It's a bit ridiculous. So now I found a new way to do it. I'll just order it at each address every year, the other address, and keep it going that way. So that's what we're doing now. I've decided I'm going to drop Starlink because 120 or even 50 for the 50 gig plan, it's just too much to pay. Now knowing that it won't even run my Plex server anymore because it doesn't have a public IP, that's not going to work. So I went ahead and canceled Starlink. We're going to use the $30 T-Mobile home internet that we have, or $35 or whatever it is, as our backup internet connection. And then Spectrum as the main on the 500 by 20. I'm going to leave Starlink up. I'm going to leave it mounted and powered up and everything so that it can continue to get updates and do everything it needs to do. And then if in the event some major event goes down again and the cable's out and T-Mobile's out, I can just flip a switch to turn Starlink back on and keep moving. So that's the plan for now. How to play the cable company at their own game, and that's probably what we'll do for the next little bit. It's a bit insane that they're doing 500 meg for $30 a month. If they're capable of doing that for a whole year, they're capable of giving you a better price permanently, but they're not going to. So, yeah.